contact with a scripture, Matthew 6. This is Jesus talking. He said, therefore, when you pray and when you do charitable deeds and alms and everything else, don't sound a trumpet before everybody as the hypocrites. Look at me, what I did if it had not been for me. And he said, no, don't do all of that. You know, learn how to work behind the scene. As a matter of fact, he went as far to say, don't even let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. My God Almighty here. In other words, if you're anointed to do something, do it. If your right hand got an anointing, do it. The left hand ain't got nothing to do with it. Use your right hand to do what it does. If the left hand is anointed and got the power, tell your right hand, leave the left hand alone. Let it go to work and do what it does. Said, don't do it for the show. See, there's great power that's going on behind the scene. This is Acts chapter 12. I didn't put scripture because I just pulled certain scriptures, verses, and I'll kind of pull the ones to get through the story, just to show you about how the kind of power that I'm talking about that goes on behind the scene. People who are not necessarily out front, not seeking the show, not seeking the stage, but are just doing what they do because they're anointed to do it, and they get glory in what they're doing. They love what they're doing. Here's a situation where Herod, the king, stretched out his hand to harass some of the church. And Herod, in this Acts chapter 12, killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. James was the first martyr in the church, the first apostle to be martyred. Herod killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to seize Peter also. Peter, therefore, ultimately was put in jail and was kept in prison, bound, stocks, chains and all. But look what it says. But constant prayer was offered to God for him by the church. This is going on behind the scene. Peter is in jail, and Herod is determined to kill Peter like he killed James because it pleased the Jews. But what happened? The church went in prayer. Touch somebody and say, the church started praying. Speak to the other person, the church started praying. See. I'm going to mess with y'all. I'm going to have to talk a little bit this morning. This is the message. See, when y'all hear bad news, before you even run and tell it, you ought to drop down on your knees. Especially when people not just your children, but your companions, your friends, your pastor, your leaders. Drop on your knees. Don't entertain whether or not it's even true. You don't even have to deal with that. Just drop on your knee, because if you got favor with God, intercede. Talk to God. So Peter is in jail, in prison, in chains. And Herod has sent the message that after the Sabbath and so forth, kill him like you killed James. And the church knows it, so the church meets and goes into prayer Peter's behalf. And look what it says. Peter, I put this up for a reason. Now Peter is in prison, chained, waiting for the Sabbath to end and then to be brought to be executed. The church goes into prayer. Peter was sleeping, bound with 2 chains. But because the church, them wailing women, thank you, Jesus, the moaning women, the elders and priests, the elders and priests were part of the problem of going on and locking them up. But the Sanhedrin at that time was envious of the apostles and so forth. So the women took up the wailing and began to go to work. It says, And as they were praying in the house, behold, an angel of the Lord stood by him. Thank you, Lord. As a matter of fact, the scripture says the angel came into prison and not only stood by him, but struck him on the side. Thank you, Jesus. In other words, pushed him. Wake up, Peter. And then when Peter awake out of his sleep, the chains dropped off of him. Thank you, Lord God. He told him, stand up on your feet. Gird yourself. This angel, when he came in, a light shone in the prison. He struck Peter on the side, so forth and so on. And then ultimately, he led Peter up out of the doors. Some commentators say they don't know if he walked through them or if they just automatically opened. But however it happened, I don't care. He got on out of there. He walked right on out of the prison, all the way up on out, all the way in town through the gate of the city. The gates were opened up automatically, and he walked through the gate, got on the outside of the gate. Good God Almighty here. Woo, my God. Now I brought this up because I want you to understand Peter didn't pray for this. That's why I put that up there. Peter was sleeping. You would have think that he'd have been down on his knees praying. Peter was sleeping, but while he was sleeping, touch your body and say, the saints were praying. Thank you, Lord God. And when the saints went to praying, God sent an angel because the saints were praying. Brought him out of the prison and led him all the way out the city gate. And then the scripture says when he walked through the gate closed back and the angel disappeared. And Peter shook himself because he was wondering, am I in a dream? Am I in a vision of some sort? And he realized that, no, I'm awakened. I'm outside the prison. I'm not in prison. This ain't a dream. So Peter goes on to proceed to go to Mary's house. He said he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, whose surname was Mark. That's John Mark, Barnabas' cousin and so forth. Where many were gathered together praying. And you know the story, the young girl, Herodotus, came to the door because Peter was knocking on the door, saying, hey. So she comes to the door while they're in the back praying, and she runs back and say, hey, y'all, Peter is at the door. They say, hush up, girl. It must be his angel. Must be his spirit. Peter in jail. They forgot how much power they had. He kept on knocking. She comes back and he said, open the door and let me in. She runs back and tells him, Peter's at the door. They say, he's in jail. She said, but I tell you, Peter's at the door. They hear him still knocking. They get up on and go and open the door and they ask Peter. Then they go into rejoicing. Why was he delivered? Because the saints were praying. The power was going on behind the scene. Many battles were not won on the battle. My God.